above the rest. The quickest, by far. He's head and shoulders above the rest.
Shalom to all! Today we're going to learn Mishnah Shabbat, Parakut Gimel, Mishnah Vav, and Mishnah Zayin. And today's Mishnahs are being learned Leili Nishmas Mars Miriam Sarah Basar Yaakov Moshe. Her neshama should have an aliyah. And Mishnah Vav says, Tzvi shenichnas labayis. A deer walked into a house. This fellow left his door open for a little bit too long, and a deer wandered on inside, wanted to smell his cholent. Vinol echem b'fanav, and someone closed the door, so now the deer can't get out. Chayev, that fellow's chayev, because he just trapped the deer inside the house. Nalu shnayim, let's say two people close the door. Turin, they're putter, that's because that's an abnormal way to close the door. But let's say lo yachal echad lino v'nalu shnayim, one person is unable to close the door by himself. It's a very heavy door, and two people closed it, chayavin, so then they're both chayev. Reb Shimon Pater, Reb Shimon paters them. Moving on to Mishnah Zayin with more about Seder. Yashav echad al pasach v'loy milahu. One person sat by the doorway, but he didn't fill it. This deer had walked inside the house, and the door was still open, and instead of closing his door, this fellow went and just sat right by the doorway. But he didn't fill the doorway, so the deer could have snuck past him. Yashav hashenu milahu, and then a second guy came, and he sat in the doorway, and he filled the doorway, so now the deer can't get out. Hasheni chayiv, so the second guy is chayiv. But Yashav Arishan al Pasach Milo. Let's say the first guy sat by the doorway and he filled it. And so it's because of the first guy that this deer can't get out. Ubashain of Yashav B'tzidai. Now the second guy comes and sits right near him, also positioned in a way that the deer wouldn't be able to get out. Even though the first guy got up and walked away, and the deer can't get out now because of the second guy. Harishan chayev hasheni pater. The first one's chayev and not the second one, because it was the first one that had caused the deer to be trapped inside, and the second one, when he sat down, didn't do anything. Halamaza daima, what's this compared to? L'noil is based on the shamrai, to a fellow that locked his house in order to make sure that it's guarded. He was about to go to sleep, he wanted to make sure the door was locked, so he went up to the front door and locked the front door. And then he turned and he sees, hey, there's a deer inside the house. Well, that deer was already trapped inside the house because the door was already closed. Him locking the door didn't do anything, it didn't change the situation, so he's not chayav for locking the door. By the same token, that second guy, which had sat down next to the first guy who had trapped the deer, is not chayav for remaining to sit there even once the first guy walks away. We're going to stop here for the day, pick up tomorrow with Parakut Daled, Mishnah Aleph and Beis. For now, everyone should have a wonderful day.